Hey, what's up everybody? Kaiju Lou here, and welcome to another late night analysis video. I just came back from the movies right now, at the time of this recording, from seeing Resident Evil, the final chapter, which is now in theaters, and I went to go see it with Panda Mare, and well, I can oh man, I'm sorry folks, I'm really tired right now. It's pretty late, and well, at least I can say right now at this point that I have seen all 6 of the live-action Resident Evil movies. I know I sound drunk right now. Sega Sean probably wondering if he's listening to this, but no, I am just exhausted. But it's been a really busy week. But anyway, back to the movie. What to say about it? Just what to say about this whole entire franchise, this whole entire, what would you call this, hexology of movies based on the survival horror game of the same name. Well, first off, to the movie itself, final chapter. Once again, all continuity thrown right out the window, and not 2 fucks were given in this one. Movie, no Ada, no Leon, no Jill. None of those characters who appeared in the last movie that came out a few years back, Retribution, who were in the ending in Washington, they were not there. They were not there at all. Claire returned in the movie, played by always Ali Larder, I think that's her name, but no Chris. Chris completely disappeared. I guess he never happened either. Wentworth Miller. In all honesty, I really don't blame these actors if they decided not to come back for these sequels, but oh man, I don't know. There's that, and the movie starts off the movie doesn't start off with, oh, once again, you know, spoilers. So yeah, in case you guys actually care about this movie and don't want to be spoiled, then get out. But so yeah, as I was saying, moving on, movie starts off in Washington, where it was last left off, but it was just Alice by herself, and in the wasteland. That was Washington, and no monsters. Well, there were some monsters, but it didn't leave off to what Retribution left off as. It was just Alice by herself in a random day. I don't know what happened. They never explained what happened. All they said was that Wesker lied to her, never gave her back her powers, and so he just left. And why am I even giving you guys a summary of this movie? It's not really worth it. It's not really worth it anymore. Oh man, it's we have Dr. Isaacs, who was the antagonist in a past couple of other Resident Evil movies like Extinction, and he also made an appearance in Apocalypse. He comes back, you know, clones everywhere in this movie, and Wesker returns as his evil partner in crime, and like Panda Mare said in this movie, Wesker was treated like they really treated Wesker like a little bitch in this movie. They really did. There was no action scenes with him. He hardly did anything in the film, did no fighting, didn't show any of his awesome Wesker abilities, or did anything Wesker-ish at all. And the way he died in the end too was just stupid. Beyond fucking stupid. So yeah, Isaacs, like I said, apparently he revealed, like I said, spoilers, he revealed that this whole entire T-virus outbreak, ever since the beginning of the movie, was pre-staged. This whole thing was a setup since the beginning. Umbrella apparently purposely wanted to start an apocalypse because Isaac gave this whole rant in the middle of the movie of how pretty much the Earth is destroying itself and humans are the cause of it, and humans are destroying it and stuff due to famine and the inevitable impending doom of us all, and and talks about global warming and nuclear and the effects of atomic and nuclear weapons that we built that we're eventually all going to destroy ourselves in the end, and that he thinks that humanity is better. He wants to create pretty much a second Noah's Ark, and where he wants to pretty much purge humanity and restart it from scratch, but through his own image and through Umbrella's image. And pretty much all the rich and the powerful and the strong are all kept in cryogenic chambers until the earth is cleansed and stuff. And yeah, and Alice is trying to stop it because there's only like a few thousand humans left in the world. They're near extinction. And the Red Queen is apparently on her side now, once again, by saying that, you can stop all this. There's an antivirus that you can spread throughout the world, and it pretty much kills the whole entire T-virus off and every single monster with it, thus saving humanity from the T-virus. So there's that. Lots of new characters, a whole new cast of characters, none of them interesting, none of them really having any lines at all. You don't really care about them. You don't have any kind of emotional attachment to them or connection, as per usual with these Resident Evil movies most of the time. And they all get killed off pretty much, and yeah, last survivors, Claire and Alice. And also too, spoiler alert, Alice, that Alice in the movie, she herself is actually a clone. Her real name was revealed to be Alicia Marcus, the daughter of Dr. James Marcus, the creator of the T-virus. Apparently based on Dr. Marcus from Resident Evil 0, except he's a good guy, and he didn't agree with Isaac's beliefs on what he wants to do with the T-virus. And so, because there's a huge cover-up and stuff, and Marcus didn't want any part of it, and so was killed by Wesker and Isaacs, pretty much, to shut him up about it, and he took over the company and stuff. And Marcus had a daughter. The daughter's name was Alicia, who was actually Alice. And so they based the daughter's image on, they based the Red Queen's image on Marcus's daughter, the creator's daughter, who in turn, this little girl, was actually Alice. And that clone, Alice, was actually based on one of the owners of Umbrella, who was actually this old lady in the movie, who was actually the original real Alice, who was kept frozen as well, apparently. But she reveals herself, and she sides with Alice, and so does the Red Queen, has this big showdown with Isaacs, beat Isaacs, released the antivirus in the world, killed all the undead, but apparently it's a slow process. It's going to take years for it to reach all around the Earth, and now Alice, she survives. She's cured completely of the T-virus, but she's still fighting monsters, pretty much, until the antivirus completely cleanses the Earth. And that's pretty much the movie in a nutshell. As far as the monsters came in this movie, there is very few monsters in this movie, to be honest with you. There was mostly the zombies, thousands and thousands of armies of zombies. A lot of Cerebus dogs, actually very, very scary looking, and they were packs and packs of them. Very, very scary. This movie actually had a much darker... This movie, out of the 6 of them, in all honesty, was actually the darkest one. The darkest and kind of the scariest one, to an extent. There was this one other monster, too. Oh, there's also some flying monsters that you guys probably have seen if you've seen the trailer. Those flying monsters, based on the game's monsters, as well as on this other monster. I'm not really familiar with him. I think he was just made for the movie, but he kind of reminds me of the Regenerators from Resident Evil 4, what with the teeth and everything, the long, thin, sharp teeth. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what it was. If you guys seen the movies, you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, there was that monster, and then there was Isaacs, who just fought Alice in this big one-on-one showdown of fisticuffs. So yeah. This whole entire movie franchise in general, I'm not gonna be as harsh about it as what other people have been, because if you really want to hear the rundown about how awful this is, just, you know, listen to all the other YouTubers and reviewers out there. But this one, it's not that it's unwatchable. You know, it is watchable, but it's, like I said, it's pretty much like Underworld, like the Underworld franchise. It's just a popcorn action flick. You can't take it too seriously, but at the same time, you know, you can't take it too seriously, and don't even try to think too much on it, to dwell on the plot or continuity or the characters or whatever. It's just popcorn action flick with big scary monsters and sexy women and guns and even more bigger guns and action, explosions. So yeah, just this whole entire series is just, you know, one giant popcorn action flick. That's all that it is, you know. And also, I guess this is history making in a way. I guess you can say it's kind of true that this whole entire Resident Evil live action franchise has been the most successful video games to movies ever, you know, since, I mean, God, they made 6 of these, so I guess you can say it's pretty successful in video games to movies and stuff. So yeah, and it's one of those things, if you're a diehard fan of the game and you stick to Resident Evil through to the end, you're probably not going to like the movies. Or, you know, if you don't take it too seriously, then you know, you just like to watch a good flick, or you're not even at all familiar with the games, and you probably would like these movies. To me, you know, they were decent for what they were. Like I said, action flicks. I'm not even gonna dwell that much more on there, and so so yeah, I guess one of my last words too is that Mila Jovovich's husband, aka the director of this whole entire franchise, Paul W.S. Anderson, I guess thanks for giving us these hexology of Resident Evil movies, and I guess you tried as well and stuff, but yeah, Capcom should have stuck, or Screen Gems or whatever was in charge of this whole entire circus. They should have stuck with George Romero. We probably would have had it probably wouldn't have been the best zombie movie ever. People would still complain about it too, because people always complain about everything, but it still probably would have been 100 times better and scarier than the Anderson action flicks, the Paul Anderson action movies, which is what we have, which has been bestowed upon us for our in our minds and for our many memories to come. But yeah, at least I can say I've seen all 6 of them, and there's no more. Thank God for that. Oh man. But yeah, this is my 2 cents on this whole entire movie, Resident Evil, the final chapter, and the whole franchise in general. So I'm just gonna get going to bed right now. So thank you guys so much for listening once again. Have a good day or night, and please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Super Game Strikers here on YouTube. And you guys know what to do. Tap that notification bell to get notified for all our future videos to come. This is Kaiju Lou. Take care, everybody. And it's finally over.